What is up, guys? I'm Neville, and today I'm going to be talking about what the Oklahoma City Thunder need to do to win the NBA Finals. And before I get into this video, as y'all know, it's October's trick or treat, and well, YouTube decided to give me a trick, and by trick I mean absolutely fucking me in the asshole. Thank you, YouTube. It means a lot, man. So, if at any point, if you like the video or just like me in general, hit the subscribe button and the like button, and comment below if you want more videos like this, or if I absolutely suck, comment that below too. So without further ado, without me rambling on too much, let's get right into this video. Alright, so the first thing I think the Oklahoma City Thunder actually need to do is that they just need to let Russell Westbrook take over. And what I mean by this is last year he was able to single-handedly bring them to the first round of the playoffs. Obviously they got beat by Houston, but Houston was much better than them at the time. But now with the additions of Paul George and Carmelo, no telling what they could do. But like I said, just with them letting Russell Westbrook take over by himself, they brought him to the first rounds, as the dude averaged 31 points per game, 1 steal per game, 10.4 assists per game, and 10.7 rebounds per game. This dude was an absolute beast, obviously averaging a triple-double and winning the last year's MVP. And that was with an even worse cast, and the dude still managed to average double digits in assists. And also with the additions of Melo and George, obviously his scoring is bound to go down, and same with his scoring, because obviously with additions of one of the best scorers we've ever seen, Melo, and another pretty ball-dominant Paul George, his scoring is going to have to go down. But that does not mean he has to be a pass-first point guard. No, he still needs to take over games. As we've seen his first few games, he tried to be pass-first point guard, as he went up 4 assists last year. Last year averaged 8, now he's averaging 12, and last year averaged 30 points per game, now he's averaging 22 points per game. So obviously he's trying to pass a lot more, which he does kind of need to do, but he does not need to become a pass-first point guard like he was trying to be the first few games. Yes, we have seen kind of glimpses of him taking over now, as the last few games he has really had blowout games, and the dude was averaging a triple-double, and he's about to be averaging a triple-double once again, but I really don't think he's going to average it the whole season again. But if you don't want to think that I'm right now, and you just think, oh no, they need to just let them all mush and everything, no, take it from Carmelo Anthony himself, as he told the media that he told Westbrook that he needs to just be the player as himself. Because the quote that he said that he told Westbrook was the exact same thing that I'm about to tell you. He told Westbrook that we came here for you. We came here because we believe in what you can do and what you bring to the game. And we don't want you to stop doing that. We want you to be the player. We want you to be that person and will fit in. So he just told Westbrook, Carmelo Anthony, a part of the Big Three, he told Westbrook that he would rather fit in and let Westbrook take over a game than he would want them all to be really nice and play on the same level. So that just goes to show you that they need to just let Russell Westbrook loose like they did last year, and just let him do his thing, and then let the Carmelo and Paul George just kind of follow and fit in where they need to fit in. If he comes from 1/3 of your Big Three that they want him to take over, you should probably just let him take over. And that's what he did the past few games. And just think, they lost a fluky game to the Timberwolves, and then they won a game against the Pacers, and now I think they're playing tonight. So yeah, and I don't know who won that game yet. The game's still going on. But now my second reason for why or how they could make the NBA Finals and actually win it is that they just need to have Paul George and Carmelo Anthony do what they do best. Instead of trying to play as good as Westbrook, just focus on what they're doing, especially that the floor is more spread out and everything, and everybody's going to be focusing on Westbrook. They just need to excel what they can do and do what they do best. As they need Carmelo Anthony to score like we know he can, and as he was a 2012 and 13 NBA scoring champion / leader, so he scored the most points that season. But then he's also a third option, which he has never had to do, but this dude should be able to go off for at least 30 points a game at will. The dude has never played with this type of team, and the court will be way more spread out, and a lot of teams, if he's hot, they will just double team him and he will have to pass the ball more, which he's not good at. But there's no way you can possibly double team him with this team, as you have Westbrook, who's probably going to get double teamed, Paul George, who's possibly going to get double teamed. But if you cannot double team Carmelo, because then you're leaving the possibility of leaving Paul George in that. Okay, just double team him with the center when he tries to go to the paint. You can't even do that, because then you have a dominant big man in Steven Adams that you have to worry about too. So there's no way you can possibly double team anyone on this team and shut him down. And then they also need Paul George to also do what he does best. And what I mean by that is like the dude's a great rebounder and a great defender. And I mean, this is proven as the dude averages 7 rebounds per game, and he's a 3-time all defensive. Like over his career, he averaged almost 10 rebounds a game. And then he's also been 3 times defensive, meaning he's one of the best defensive players in the league right now. And plus, his role is also to just slow down the elite small forwards in the game. And if you don't know what I mean by that, I mean the Durants of the game, the Jimmy Butlers, and even the LeBron Jameses. He does not have to shut them down, but with how good he is on defense, he can at least try to slow them down. And maybe he can also get some scoring as like he needs to too, as he's probably going to be the second option on offense, with Russell Westbrook being the first. And then also my third and final reason is going to be their chemistry. They do need to get their chemistry up, as that kind of goes into the first point that I made. As like right now, like they kind of have games where Melo will go off, but Paul George won't, and Paul George have a kind of off game, and Westbrook has a mad game. But then there's also other games where the flip is completely scripted, and Paul George will have a good game, and Melo will have a bad game, and then Russell Westbrook will have a mad game. And then there's also some games that we've seen where Russell Westbrook goes off, but Melo and Paul George kind of suffer. So they're gonna have to find that in between, and I think that's just gonna come over the time and like over repetition and playing time. Eventually, they're going to get this down. So, do I think the Thunder can make the finals? Yes, I do. But I want to know what you think, and comment below if you think they can make the finals and possibly even win. And obviously, they're going to have a hard slope going there, as they're going to have to go against other really good super teams. But I do think they can make the finals, and I do think they're going to get their team together, and they'll probably be maybe a high 50, low 60 win team. I wouldn't even be surprised if that happened. And if you want me to make more videos like this on how a team could win the finals, obviously not the Sacramento Kings or the Brooklyn Nets, because we know how good they are, and there's no need to me making that type of video. But all joking aside, if you really did like the video, hit the like button and the subscribe button at any point if you did like the video. And also, comment below if you want me to make more videos. I know I just said that. So, kids, don't think I forgot about you either. Remember, never do vegetables, always eat drugs, stay safe, before you see a bug. Goodbye.